I used to play tennis in my spare time, but figured this was given to me by the school itself. So I figured if I go back and say anything to me and think that it's basically a hoax, then it isn't. And you figured they were gonna make me a tennis player via Mia Sajova, that lady that portrayed someone who had dealt with issues of their own and have self respect towards other people in terms of stuff. I try to explain things that seem irrational for others to make fun of someone who's living with disabilities and thinks that shit's funny and cute. And it's them that they threaten you and they say things before you said anything back. Go back and I didn't start anything with anyone up until the time of dealt with having to have explained myself. And doesn't believe anything and thinks you're stupid and you fucking have proof of everything and explain things in a way that you try to say that they're going to delete you off once your parents pass. They can't just basically do that because it's basically them being irrational towards someone who isn't even going towards them or talking to them and trying to avoid all possible uh, ties with them because they're lunatics in terms of stuff that they try to like be irrational with other people. I'm not the only one they punked in terms of taking their land from the hospital system that's tied with them. And if they say that I'm batshit crazy, they can't because I know the times and dates and it's May when I had that senior send off and I know the times and dates and stuff. And if they look at me like I'm some sort of lunatic myself, they can't fucking do that because you can go back and sue them. And I'm not using KU or any of those hospital systems because I figured it's all hearsay in terms of stuff and have you go and have the things that you can do during the time that you have the short stay or whatever. Because I was trying to beat diabetes. All that shit about having cancer was true back when I was in high school. And I had checked it via the stuff that was given to you by bad advice by fucking shit that wasn't even fair. If they try to delete it off there, they're gonna seem like assholes in terms of stuff that they fucking have to have my device. And I basically signed off on the indicator where they can't fucking flatline it. And if they were psycho enough to try to hack, I don't think they can hack it. The only reason why back then I fucking tried to commit suicide was because of the shit they say. They think the shit's funny and cute, and then they try to do something, then they try to fucking call somebody else to fucking try to put you away for an argument that they started by laughing real hysterically, acting like a hyena. I know my family can prosecute them if they do something to me, and they say if I'm not there at the set place after something happens to where I no longer have hearsay in terms of stuff because the hospital system is basically not right themselves to try to advocate for a person who doesn't have no one advocating for them. They're the ones that are psycho. I'm more skinnier than they are, and they're fucking delirious. They just sit there and stare and watch all fucking day and have the screen door open and just sit there and watch everything. And I'm not really doing anything now in terms of stuff. I'm not going to them and talking to them, threatening them or anything. And I had somebody that I explained via them that I explained my side and they went off on them because that wasn't even right how the dude laughs hysterically at everything, thinks shit's funny and cute, but if something does occur where I get thrown in something, I'll get bailed out. I'm not Salmatero and Steve Sarancho, whatever the fuck DJ Spins is psycho. Melva is a fucking weird lady that fucking talks shit all the fucking entire time that I had to deal with them, with the family having them on like the social media platform and not know realizing that they're fucking psycho. Everything had Ortega written on it. I don't understand why they're trying to claim something that would be handed off to them if I said that it had my last name on it. Why would they apply to say that it belonged to somebody else when it had the basically subjects as the cats and the subjects of fucking last name that I use as a watermark to prove that I sketched something? They'll look at them like they're delusional themselves if they try to take something that's like a family heirloom. And I am half Native American through me hear them talking shit, but they're psycho. They have no lives. They just take people to court over codes of housing and shit. And if you have insurance for the house, then it's basically they can't take your house away. They're not housing authority. The hospital system's fucking rude too if they're trying to be fucking irrational. Here they call the cops because they fucking started shit back in 2011 when somebody was remodeling the house because they were mad that they were doing that for my grandma. And they fucking had all sorts of crazy fucking remarks, and he was gonna bum rush me when I was getting to something to go get the Quick Trip for my family. And I explained everything to them, and I explained everything to Andrew, and we had eyewitness reports of this asshole acting irrational. All he does is yell and laugh all fucking day. I look way better than he does. He's psycho. He can't take somebody's identity. He don't even have health insurance. He's like Samaturo. Here he had to beg the hospital system for health insurance because his ass is not even working, and they just sit and fucking inherited money. Here my family served in the military and all that stuff, and they're gonna just bash and think that we're lunatics when we are sane minded. And because of the stuff that the dude pulled back then and told me a bunch of shit, I was stuck fucking thinking that nobody cared, but fuck, nobody would listen to what I had to say, and they fucking write whatever the fuck they want on those fucking therapy sheets. And I explained everything and had a hoodie from the Kaufman Foundation even back then in 2006. If you're a cancer survivor, then they can't fucking jail you up. And if you had glaucoma because of diabetes, because of that, the dude is irrational and doesn't care about anybody but himself. People that bought our house was fucking weird that they kept talking psychopathic shit with them. I don't know, just fucking this psycho. I don't do anything towards anyone. I'm not bragging, but just having to show this that this is from high school. If they think that I'm poor, then this was given to me by the high school itself. I was just sounding off and just angry how they go about someone's life. And them laugh and say a bunch of cruel shit, and I'm not fucking in their face about shit. It'd be different if I was on television commercials and shit. But they fucking act like they can delete this off a device that I wiped clean in terms of stuff that I logged off of it, and they can't just go fucking take the device because I'll throw it in the toilet. And it'll be fucking not waterproof, so I fucking tell a bunch of like slander someone's fucking name and try to make someone's credit bad off trying to show fucking documentations of something. It's one sided for sure. And I'm not batshit crazy. Here I fucking had abdomen surgery and gallbladder surgery and got all this fucking advice from people that are gonna fucking turn around and screw me over. Why the fuck did somebody say that they were concerned about me if they turn around and say that you're delusional yourself and fucking throw you in a mental facility? I mean, you know your months, dates, times. It was May, and May was senior send off back in 2006. Then the diploma was mailed in 2008. So why the fuck does this guy talk shit? I said I was in a program back in 2006 and had issues with people, and he didn't realize he didn't like people that had trust funds and shit. And if I didn't use a trust fund because I wasn't sure if they were going to make me sort of go like through loopholes and shit, that didn't think that they honored it because My grandpa owned a restaurant, and I figured they probably thought it was already well off or something, or they don't. I don't know. Like Lara Croft, like that video game, The Chronicles, the one where they make a statue of the person after they fucking die, or the Green Hornet movie where you had enough proof on the person that talked shit and had to tell your family that you sent videotapes of them lipping off saying you're a mental and you forward it to people. And the dude psycho laughs hysterically at everything, thinks everything's fucking funny and cute. I have 4 people in the police department that are over the crazy bastard to talk shit. But if they do something to me, he'll get capped. I had him like live streamed and they were saying all sorts of stuff and I got caught in what the fuck they're saying even before. And they were retarded for doing that shit. If you're mentally disabled, meaning you're not mentally, you're physically, and they're fucking retarded themselves for fucking making a person like a mockery out of a person trying to make them a locale. When you had proof this comes from the high school itself, and it wasn't stolen, and it had everything had this that fucking they're trying to make you mental. Even if they know my social security number, they can't go far if they don't have the documentations of what I have, and if it does get taken from me, it's fucking weird that they're gonna do that or fucking have you say that you did stuff beyond a doubt that was basically hearsay in terms of stuff that they miled off and thought shit was funny and they took people to court multiple times and you had people calling you sort of all sorts of crazy shit. They don't believe I had that Wilson shit on at the time of date back then. It was given me to by the school district itself. I was at the hospital because I fucking couldn't see out of one eye because she was high. Like readings, I exercised for 2 years at an apartment on my spare time in terms of stuff that they didn't understand. They hassle people off their land, and I'm half the neighborhood moved because the dude would have a, like laugh hysterically and say a bunch of crazy shit, and they would lose their shit. I know one of them that at least would listen to me that would probably put the dude in jail over crazy shit that he talked crazy crap over and he didn't understand what the fuck he was saying. He was on probably drugs his whole life and drank out of a cantina and was basically driving under the influence, drunk. I know that the shit floats up that the dude says and talks because he fucking had security cameras placed and they have it to where they fucking know what floats up and what he says and what he does. I'm not afraid because they'll get prosecuted if they do something to me. This was given to me by the Kauffman Foundation, so why the fuck did this guy think that he was basically like laughing, saying that I was never on the Kauffman Foundation board, and I had proof of that shit that it really was me and a set person because I had all the photographs. Were back then. I don't know why they're doing this to one person. That's fucking beyond belief that they're fucking making it out to be like the worstest guy in the world when I barely haven't done anything that wrong to anyone. And that dude wronged me with the fucking laughing and saying a bunch of crazy shit. I'll stick the tennis racket up his ass if he tries to do anything. Now a pair of claws will fuck him up with it. He's psycho. That fucking dude laughs hysterically at everything. Looks like a fucking fool, weighs 800 pounds, talking shit. All my family's in the medical ward. They'll fuck his ass up mentally and make his ass wish he hadn't said that shit. I know Andrew will do something fucked up to him if he dies, if he croaks. Because he did say over there having a person that worked for KU saying, "I'll put your head in the cooler if you can't pay your bills." I took a photostamp copy of that shit and blocked them and reported them. Why the fuck am I getting punked by people if I'm in better shape than they are? They can't go to jail over something that they fucking started. I ain't even start shit. They can look at the fucking like stuff that you do during the day. Like if you go to a hospital and get cleared, they can go back to the footage and see that I was sane minded or whatever, and say that hey, he wasn't even doing anything wrong. He was walking to get something to eat, and they fucking make you out to seem like you did something when you didn't. And I had eyewitness reports of everything that came back and said that this person said that, and it came back that I wasn't in a vehicle with a woman and I didn't do anything fucking wrong. That was back in 2012, and I didn't have a Facebook up in 2012 because they remodeled the house, and that neighbor dude got mad off the dude doing that remodeling. And I had to basically go through ridicule by this dude thinking that he can make people basically bend over to his will and basically take everything. I have enough money basically to have to where I don't have to worry and it can't sue you because you can go back on stuff you did irrationally behind your back if you had the fucking house filmed or whatever. Like I think in terms of stuff, they can go back and see what he said and what he laughed and told a bunch of crazy shit. And I called the cops thinking that he was trying to be fucking rude towards you, and he's basically talking all sorts of crazy shit. If I can't drive, then it's because of glaucoma and blind in one eye. I'll run his ass over if he tries anything funny. They can't say you're dead in terms of stuff as a fucking psycho. His ass will get jailed up. I know I've written to people on Channel 5 and showed what the fuck he did. And I understand, like, they understand that they fucking act like they're above the law and they do shit behind people's back and act irrational towards other people and don't respect other people's fucking like property and shit and this act fucking cruel. I had a jury summons multiple times. If there was something wrong, they wouldn't have sent it to me, and I had to fucking go to one of them before. And you get advice from stuff, and you had ADT, and why the fuck did they do anything with it, like intervene or something? And I had footage of that back then. Like, why the fuck did this dude act irrational towards other people besides me? I know I'm not the only one that gets fucked over by the hospital system. This really does come from the fucking school district itself. It was real. I know that they can't fucking just fucking throw you away in jail over this fucking arguments and shit. As long as you didn't throw a fist or whatever the fuck, and he started by laughing hysterically, talking a bunch of crazy shit. I'm not in their face. I'm not bugging them. I'm not harassing them. They psycho walks across, talks a bunch of shit, says you're gonna be homeless and gonna throw you up in jail. I'm not Samaturo. Steve Rancho is a fucking moron. That Tech Nine guy, he fucking said he used Backpage back in the opening act 2004 of that one song that has a kid unrationally saying that he heard him like moan and groan and shit. Why the fuck did he didn't get jailed up for using Backpage? And why the fuck am I being blackmailed by people that are cruel and mean to someone who's fucking half blind in one eye? I'm not afraid of this shit because I know they can get fucking countersued. I know I've been able to mentally be sort of excused by the hospital system itself. Why the fuck they ain't like try to say something, or why the fuck did they, when I had the courtroom trial back in 2016, why the fuck weren't they there if they were gonna try to do something else? I really did do this shit. It's a fucking tennis racket given to me by the high school system itself. They don't understand it. I'll shove it up their ass. They can just shove their fucking whatever the fuck they think that they are up their ass. Here I got harassed by people. I couldn't even fucking do anything about it, and I had to live with the shame and shit. I had a cancer diagnosis that they checked you on when you're underage, and I was extendable to cancer and fucking diabetes and heart disease, but fucking whatever reason, I agreed upon bad advice. I was batshit crazy. The room would be disorganized, and I would basically have no like examples of saying that everything would be like all over the fucking place, and it wasn't. They understand that they harass people off their property in terms of telling them a bunch of crazy shit. I don't know how the fuck a landscaper is able to do that. We had family that worked for the doctors organization that can prosecute over them and throw their asses in jail. Here I almost was fucking killed, and they fucking think that I did something, and they started it off a conversation about obituary pages and said I was like a certain somebody, and fucking made it seem like I was old and I look younger than the fucking fool that said that shit. I laugh at Steve Ferrando, fucking fat ass guy that talks a bunch of shit that doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about and fucking spread lies and rumors. You have to deal with hearing his people talk shit. You can't even fucking enjoy a meal or fucking go out anywhere. That fucking faggot Tech Nine wears glitter, bleeds all over people's couches because of the shit that they put in people's heads. They go to a mental ward, they hear a soundboard feed of them saying that you'll be prosecuted, and they couldn't even do that shit. That's why I was laughing hysterically wearing the Wilson fucking t-shirt and drawing the shit because they're trying to fucking say I wasn't who I was. And I fucking have proof of that. They can't say you're unstable and throw your ass up in something for something that they have like shock. Was it like a fucking shock therapy and they fucking talk a bunch of crazy shit. But if you do something to them, they want to call the police and say you're a bad person, throw you away in jail. How am I stupid if I fucking have proof of everything, concrete evidence? Here I'm way thinner than the bastard, weighs 800 pounds, talking a bunch of crazy shit, laughs and drinks out of a cantina and can't barely hold a conversation with someone without laughing hysterically, not believing what they're fucking saying. I don't care if they're in a fucking motorcycle gang. They're fucking retarded. They fucking on K2 selling that shit out to people. And that's why they go fucking insane and do creepy shit to people. Because they're fucking selling that crap. That's why they have their fucking wealth. That aesthetic drug that they fucking do a bunch of crazy shit to people that fucking get hooked on it, then they don't get bailed out. I can't drive and I fucking have glaucoma and I fucking had eye surgery. They're fucking stupid. They say anything to a basically somebody who's disabled, laugh hysterically. They get thrown in prison for making remarks like that. Knees above the law, somebody will fucking cap him if he tries something. If they do a mental evaluation on a cop, they can't come and kill a person. They have to fucking explain to whoever that they fucking can't just go forth and fucking cap them. And they can't jail you up because you fucking have nothing on your fucking record and you have to go through court systems and that over fucking this hearsay off shit that they make up. This was really given me to by the fucking school system. I really did fucking have a Wilson fucking shirt laughing hysterically because they fucking did a soundboard shit. If they play us back in court, let them. I don't care. They're just fucking not all there. I have to listen fucking hearing them gossip and shit, not making sense in terms of stuff. If you go to a hospital, they write to you and say, like, come here to get your immunizations, come here overdue for this, that. And if you go there and you follow all these directions and do all the shit, what's it fucking for if they're gonna fucking make a mockery out of you? They're above the law. I mean, they fucking have to where they fucking snap their finger if somebody comes out and they put you in handcuffs and throw you in. They can't fucking do that. Somebody once told me they can't put bogus shit on a person. This really does come from the school district. I don't know why the fuck this dude keeps on saying over and over again a bunch of different creepy shit, tries to make you mental, off hearing him laughing hysterically, talking about crazy shit, they know what the fuck he's talking about. It's like Jerry Springer. Harry's trying to be peaceful. I don't know. This, how the fuck did they get that look like old person off someone that once was related to me and then they can't go forth and say you look like that person and go fucking talk a bunch of crazy shit until you commit suicide, and then when you do go in there, you hear a soundboard feed saying you're going to be prosecuted, and you have a courtroom hearing. None of them showed up, and to this day, they're still fucking psycho. I'm just going to sit there and fucking be patient with them because they're fucking not all there in the head. They can't go forth and be weird with one person who hasn't done anything fucking physically to them until they fucking talk a bunch of crazy shit and make you out to be a lunatic yourself. You can't fucking get thrown in for having your own opinion. No, shove the fucking tennis racket, whoever comes up and tries to fucking say otherwise, up their ass in terms of fucking talking a bunch of crazy shit. I have to hear them fucking say a bunch of crazy shit, make accusations up, and talk a bunch of crazy shit every fucking day. YouTube wouldn't send me something saying that you was fill out a survey or have someone feel sorry for you and say the community felt like you weren't treated right and wanted you to be a part of something, and say that they had resources and here you're using the resources, and they're fucking turn around being unrational towards one person. I never seen something towards one person going through all sorts of crazy shit just because they just think that they can do that just out of spite or fuck, I don't know. I already had a courtroom case at KU and I was cleared. None of them that badmouthed me were there. And if they had a dispute, why the fuck did they didn't show up then? They were just fucking weird with you. I look fucking like the photograph in 2004 because I never smoked or drank. I had eye surgery. It wasn't plastic surgery. I lost weight and healed. Basically got comas from basically trauma to the head, and I had blood force trauma twice that I never fucking explained because I didn't want nobody knowing my business. Then I said physically harm yourself, and it wasn't intentional in terms of stuff that occurred with the police that mistakenly for someone who was the same ethnicity but had a vehicle with someone that I didn't fucking know. And I was in no position to lie to them because when I talked with them, my story matched up with the two people that were there at the house that are now deceased. My grandmother and my cousin's grandmother stayed with me during the time frame. And I had video at one point in 2012 with them, and I'm not lying because they fucking had it written down. They can't jail someone up after they fucking have no authority themselves to be able to be above the law towards someone that they can't put bogus shit on a person in terms of throwing them away in jail for buying a fucking meal at a restaurant back when it wasn't even explained to me why they even called, and I kept explaining why they do that, who called and yelled for help, and someone that was carrying groceries out came out with their kids and they could no longer try to do something fucking funny towards me. That was in 2012, and it wasn't 2010. It was the date. It was July 2010 to 2012. I tried to get my vice at KU off a suicide attempt because they fucking did that shit and it wasn't processed, and I never understood why they fucking did that shit. I'm not making any of this shit up because I have documentation of it. They're being irrational and fucking disturbing towards someone. I had to get therapy fucking sessions over the shit, and they think shit's funny and cute and don't believe anything you're fucking saying. You have proof of it, you can throw it in their fucking face. If they try to kill you, they can't get taken off, and all proof will still be up there. They laugh hysterically, but they're gonna burn in hell. This is fucking physical proof. I had a Wilson shirt back in 2006 given to me by they were going to make me a tennis player or whatever. For whatever fucking reason, I had surgery. In middle school, I played basketball. In high school, I played tennis. I fucking can't get thrown in something for being honest and having shown proof that it was real. I don't know why the fuck they try to frame you for shit that you weren't there at the time and place. You were someone else. You know, people that had false accusations towards somebody keep fucking going on people. They fucking do something totally wrong to a person who hadn't done anything bad to anyone. It'd be different if I put my hands on somebody, but it wasn't that the case. It wasn't that. They said I wasn't a violent guy. I knew I wasn't a violent guy. I knew I got the wrong guy and didn't process me. And they probably died of COVID. The cops that did that to me. They had to put that shit on their fucking like hospital, like ambulance, signed off twice. Took what I said. Took what I had not said to the persons that I left. They said that to. My story matched up and got me off on whatever the fuck they were trying to do to a person. I know I'm using foul language, but I'm just fucking angry because nobody takes me seriously. And if you snap at somebody, they throw you in jail thinking you're crazy and you have proof of shit. You keep having to explain over and over again about stuff, and they act like you're not all there, and you fucking didn't do anything towards them. They're just fucking irrational. I don't understand why you go to concerts and stuff and have the ability to do that and they act like you wasn't the one there and it looks like you and it sounds like you and they're just being fucking weird with you. Tennis racket came from high school. I don't know why I fucking think the other think they're above the law and they can fucking think you're a low cow or something talking a bunch of crazy shit because they fucking think that they're above the law themselves. I have the video of some cops out there with actually no rational reason. They didn't have any actual fucking thing to be able to do anything else other than being rational towards a person who has to hear a guy laugh hysterically talking a bunch of crazy shit. I'm not the only one that heard this guy do this shit, and it had eyewitness people that knew that this whatever reason would diss people and be fucking rude and cruel towards them. If I was a nut, I wouldn't be fucking having to be able to fucking go forth and be able to explain things that have months and times and years that match up with whatever months and times and years and stuff. If this dude was a computer hacker, it'd be like that. It'd be like a snap and it would be deleted off there and it can't even fucking do that. The dude wants to take the device that I have the phone and fucking wipe it clean. And he can't do that because I signed out of the device off the emails. I can't even log into the emails, and it's his fault because the fucker keeps laughing, saying he'll delete everything off. If he was a computer hacker, it'd be like that. It would be gone. If I did anything gay, my teeth would have been fucking like, gone. And that I didn't have any cavities at Samuel Rogers when the case manager took me. There was nothing bad with my teeth. I lived in an apartment 2 years and things changed. I was still fucking paper thin looking. I can say at least I have all my teeth and not fucking have dentures and have to put them on a goddamn trial stage, taking them off after he wins, laughing hysterically off his ass, thinking he's cute and funny, and he fucks with the wrong person. They'll fucking throw his ass in jail. I had all those fucking surgeries. They can't fucking turn around and say, hey, this guy's gonna get thrown out after his parents die. And I can blackmail them all because I have shit on all of them. It'd be like that. They would just fucking snap it off. It's flatline. They can't say it's me when I fucking have the likeness and the person has the fucking I like fucking like right there. I still have like the birthmark or whatever. I got off fucking medicine because I figured they were gonna fucking try to pull a fast one and they can't fucking just I thought the hospital system can't be cruel to a person in terms of basically human rights and shit that think that they're cute and funny and talk a bunch of crazy shit and they fucking think they're gonna get away with crap and they can't just fucking do that. It was the anesthetics that made me swollen that I was allergic to, and they fucking keep thinking that I'm not immune to anything, that I can't get allergic off shit. And I had that fucked up surgery thinking that I was a cancer patient, and it was a misdiagnosis, and fucking had advice from people that didn't know what the fuck they were talking about back when I was 16, 15, 14. Craziest shit ever. Anybody would be fucking pissed off. They act all tough in that shit, but if they fucking get an insulin needle dropped in their neck, they won't be tough then. They'll fucking flop. That is me when you fucking have your name, your fucking address, your fucking like just fucking creepy. How the fuck can they frame a person when the fucking vehicle didn't match a Victoria Crown Vic off of Murky's car that knows them the make and model? They're fucking irrational, creepy bastards. It was that Lolly Garcia that fucking said that crazy shit to a person that shouldn't have been president in the first place. How do I lose when I fucking had the actual developers write to me that Nicholas Jonovan from the UK, the developer, the researcher dude, and I had Microsoft also write to me and Sega. I'm just gonna fucking just be patient with them. They're fucking psycho. How the fuck they gonna say I'm someone else when they other people have Adam's apples and they fucking stick the vent respirator shit back when I was 16 and I just fucking had all sorts of crazy surgeries to get fucked over by the government that you fucking have no say that they fucking just can't go forth and turn around and fuck you over. I don't know how Joe Biden's with fucking a bunch of underage kids fucking whispering creepy shit to him, kissing them, touching people inappropriately, and it's all filmed. There's no photographs of me groping fucking people's kids and shit, like touching them inappropriately and shit. If I was some fucking scumbag, like they ADT would have fucking came and said, hey, like this, that, and the other, but they didn't fucking come out of the woodwork. And if they don't come out then it's fucking like been past whatever how many years. And I was with those case managers during the time frame. I had to go fucking through the hospital system basically for eyesight issues. They can't fucking make fuck accusations off shit that this basically is two sided and they're only explaining one side off something that is fucking weird on their part to make up shit that you have all the proof and stuff. And they're just fucking irrational. And I barely go to the fucking hospital anyway. Like they can't go forth and say it's fraud when you fucking had eye surgery, you fucking have a back concussion. You can't fucking go saying forth that I'm fucking playing golf and shit like out there like fucking swinging fucking like making like TikTok like dancing and shit. I'm not like fucking dancing in front of a fucking camera so they can't fucking say it's fraud. Not going to prison when they fucking have you basically did nothing on your background, having to go through a jury summons. I thought I had COVID. If I had COVID, then they're gonna fucking spread that shit all around. Hopefully, I give him COVID and he croaks. If they fucking installed something without you realizing it through whatever the fucking reason the dude's irrational and psycho, he's watching you take a shit on it like one of those camera things that they fucking have installed. But I don't see a Glade plugin, so I don't see why the fuck if this dude installed crazy shit, his ass will get prosecuted because he's not the participants that own the house. And there's ways of going back and suing a person if they do that shit because it's invasion of privacy. Yeah, I didn't fart for like 51 minutes or take a shit or make noises like hysterically laughing until they can't say I'm fucking unstable. I'm surprised Tech Nine doesn't fucking fart when he raps all that crazy shit. Put the Jigglypuff music over the fucking shit. Shit puts me asleep. Heard they fucking call me fat and ugly, but they fucking said it wasn't me. I don't fucking have an Adam's apple. How the fuck are they gonna say it's somebody else? I'm double chin now because fucking diabetes. You can't fucking jail a person up for their personal opinion, but they think they're over somebody because they fucking didn't understand why the fuck they do that to people in the first place. They drive them out of their house and home over hasslements and fucking harassment. Harassment is like when somebody fucking says, like, hey, you're not all there. You're going to put you away and your parents die. We're fucking unstable fucking weirdo and you didn't even do anything towards them. It'd be different if you're out there and like in front of them talking a bunch of shit and you're not even doing that. I told somebody about the dude that worked at KU that was on my side, Andrew, and he told him a bunch of crazy shit back to his face off one sided argument off this dude acting like he owns everybody's fucking house. And he's not housing authority. That was fucking creepy. I'd be farting every fucking second of the day when I'm streaming and shit. They're not the fucking basically how I say it, like the deed of the house basically went under the person that originally owned it, my grandma, that bought it off somebody. And they're not the person that said that they are, that they can't fucking sue you because it's under someone else's name, that they can't fucking go off and like fucking say that they take the deed away from you and you fucking hide it or whatever. They can't fucking go forth and have you sign off saying that they bought it from you. They can't fucking do that crazy shit. Hey, they should get David and Tina for driving under the influence. Here he was telling me that he got arrested one time, like how they processed it off because they didn't want him over there, wherever the fucking state line. And I don't know how the fuck he's above the law somehow. Here I was actually through the actual hospital system itself, and they fucking cleared you of any wrongdoing. He didn't get that. Made you just drive off. I hear people talking shit, but they can't fucking break in and take your house away from you when your parents die. When you have tied with the Social Security mission with your glaucoma that suspect from a head trauma wound, they can't fucking go forth and say that it's fraud when you fucking have the documentation of it, the surgery, the fucking proof of it. Why the fuck am I getting punked by people that have no right to like be leery towards the person who's not even doing anything towards them? I hear him talking shit. They can't jail a person up that has a jury summons multiple fucking times that claims it means you don't have any on your background check. And if I have COVID, they'll get people sick and they're fucking not all there. I don't understand why the fuck they talk shit on somebody who hasn't done anything towards them. And they're just fucking crazy. They're the ones that need to be put in a fucking insane asylum. And if you try to fucking have an argument with them, and if you didn't throw a fist, I don't see why they can't throw you in jail because it's two sided. It's two of them against one, and they're waiting for someone's parents to die to say, hey, this guy is irrational. Let's throw his ass in there. They can't do that. If you try to run away from something and try to explain to someone that you're trying to run away from someone because they're fucking trying to say it's not safe to be in a place where they fucking talk shit and have you basically go move somewhere for 2 years and then having you basically be like hassled. Basically, you're hassled off your land. It is like a bad Lifetime movie. It'd be different if I was fucking farting every 5 minutes of me explaining this shit. If I was that fucking fucked in the head, I wouldn't be able to control my like my valve movements or whatever the fuck. Man, this dude probably farts and laughs and says a bunch of crazy shit. They can't jail a person up. There's nothing on their background and they've been cleared by the hospital. Why the fuck would they turn around and say no that they didn't have the the authority to do that back then, and we're gonna do this now because nobody loves you. They're gonna fucking throw you up in something. They can't do that shit.